Alrighty, great. Welcome everybody. Really excited to be sharing this webinar with you today. I just think it is just such an amazing opportunity to talk about, and I am just so proud of this business and this business model. And I think the best way to talk about that is to be really open with everyone and to just fill you in on the ins and outs of what doTERRA is all about, what makes me really proud to be aligned with them as a company. And I really truly feel that it's a gift to bring this to you guys. So I really hope you enjoy today's webinar. We've got a lot to cover, so I'll just mute all the other participants. Won't be a sec. Great. So hopefully going forward, everyone will be muted. But yeah, so what we're going to chat about today is the amazing benefits that, well, we're going to go beyond what the oils are. So we're going to go beyond the amazing benefits of the oils. We're going to be talking about the doTERRA business opportunity. So what does the business model look like? How do we create an abundant business from home? And why is doTERRA the company that you would want to consider to do that with? I'm going to be really open and transparent about everything and what's worked for me and why I choose and love doTERRA. And I hope that I can inspire you by talking about my own path and what I've sort of been through on my journey. So really, really excited to have you here. Just getting some oils on. I've had a busy day of filming today, so creating some incredible content for my team for some upcoming projects. I'm really excited about that. But basically, one of the things I like to talk about at the beginning of my classes is how I got started with the oils. If you had spoken to me 4 years ago, I literally had no idea what oils could do. I literally just thought that they were a hippie smelly thing that made a house smell nice, and that was about it. And that was okay for me because I'm a bit of a hippie myself, so I was pretty happy with that. But I didn't realize how incredible the oils were, and it wasn't until we were trying for our first pregnancy and we were having a lot of trouble in our pregnancy that I started really looking into more options. Yeah, but it is being recorded. Yep, sorry, I just had a question pop up. But yeah, no, definitely recording. But yeah, so around that time, so when we were trying for a baby, I was working full-time as an account manager for a publishing company. It was a job that required me to manage half of New South Wales with the business that I was working. I was traveling a lot. I was working long hours. I was traveling away from home multiple times a month. And I enjoyed my job. Like, full disclosure, I actually really did enjoy my job, but it was a lot of stress. They weren't family friendly. At that time, we didn't have a family yet, so I was okay with that, but I knew that a family was not far away for us. So yeah, so there was sort of that worry in the back of my mind of how was I going to make this work. And due to the stress of my job, my health started to decline, and any form of self-care had taken a very far back seat for me. I felt that something needed to change. So not long after that, I enrolled in a health coaching course, which I absolutely fell head over heels in love with. And I guess my path started to change. I've always been really passionate about natural health. I was always when all my friends were getting Macca's for lunch, I was getting the salad sandwich. But it was just something that I always was passionate about, always looking for ways to better my mindset, to better my body. And so it just, I guess the oils sort of started to really nicely fit in when they became a part of my life. So the way they became a part of my life was, I remember at the time I was studying to be a health coach. So I was doing a lot of focus on what I was eating, what exercise I was doing, but I'd never really thought about what I was putting on my skin and what I was using around my home to clean with and what I was surrounding myself with on a day-to-day basis. So there was this one day where I was cleaning my shower with bleach and I was feeling really dizzy, and I thought, oh, I've really got to think about something different here. And I got chatting to a friend and I just said, look, I really want to start looking at some natural options. And she actually said to me, why don't you use essential oils to clean with? And I remember at the time thinking she was a little bit mad, but it really kicked off a journey for me. And I started looking into the oils a little bit more. my interest was piqued, and I realized that not only could you use them to reduce toxins, you could use them for emotional, physical, and mental support as well. And I just started using them so much more, fell absolutely in love, and yeah, and the rest is history. Shortly after that, I fell pregnant with my son, and since then, it's just been so empowering as a mum to have these natural options to really support us as a family. Yeah, so with the business side of things, I didn't really, I guess if I'm truly honest, I was interested in the business opportunity, but it wasn't at the forefront of my mind at the time. I always thought, oh, that sounds like a great idea, but I didn't really, it sort of, for me, I guess, always felt too good to be true. And yeah, so I sort of pushed in the back of my mind for about the first 12 months of me using the oils. But then when I had my son, my husband was in a position where he couldn't stay in his job anymore, and I was in a job where I couldn't go back to my job. So we were going from 2 full-time incomes down to half an income because Chris was still getting just a little bit of part-time work. So it was a bit of a scary time. I didn't really know what was going to happen, and yeah, the oils sort of, by this point, I'd become the crazy oil lady that every time a friend had a headache or a sore belly, I'd be like, oh, there's an oil, try this. And I'd sort of naturally been sharing with my family and friends the positive benefits that I was having, and that I was able to share with others as well. So, yeah, so I guess it just sort of happened naturally. And then when my son was born, I decided to go all in with the business, and I haven't looked back. I absolutely love everything what I do. I'm really excited that I'm able to share this with you tonight. I just think it's such an incredible opportunity, and yeah, I hope you enjoy tonight's webinar. There is a chat box, so feel free. I will check that intermittently, so please feel free to pop any questions down as we go through. I will probably do most of the answering of the questions towards the end, but yeah, feel free to pop some questions down there in the meantime. Okay. But yeah, so after starting the business, within 2 years of doing the business, I had completely replaced my corporate income with doTERRA around working around my son and around home life and everything else. So one thing I will say is that anything is achievable as long as you put your mind to it. And yeah, and I'm really excited. Now, if you have been invited to tonight's webinar by someone from one of the other members of the Healthy Happy Life Tribe, if you have any in-depth questions, please make sure you head back to them and they'll be able to help you as well. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm just going to bring up our build guide. Hopefully, can everybody see that? I can't see any faces. Hopefully someone can see that. If someone can pop in the chat whether they can see that or not, that would be great. So basically, this is we're going to talk through this business guide. I'm going to give you some information about that. But yeah, when I first started the business, I felt blessed that I discovered a company that I couldn't fault, especially coming from corporate. I was quite cynical of all, oh, someone's just said, sorry. Oh, great. Thanks, Lena. Yeah, so I really wanted to look into every single part of how they operate. I looked into their background, their sourcing, the quality of the product, the business model, their support. There wasn't a single part that I kind of didn't pull apart when I was looking into the business side of things. And the great thing, was that there wasn't a single part that I could fault, and I fell in love with every single part. And I couldn't believe some of the things that I was seeing and reading and learning about this beautiful company, doTERRA. The thing is something that's really important to me is integrity and honesty and transparency. And that's how I've always run my business. And I love that doTERRA are 100% on the same page, and they are honestly, the business is run with such integrity that it's such an honor to be aligned with such an incredible company. So I guess tonight, what we're going to talk about is some questions that may be coming up in your mind. How much does it cost to get started? What are the steps to success? What is my earning potential? What support do I get? What is my time commitment? yeah, so they're going to be the main ones that we're going to talk about. And firstly, one thing I want to really talk about here, especially if you are brand new to direct selling or network marketing, is we are a product first business. So we lead with our oils. And the incredible thing about that is 80% of the people that you help will just be loved up oil people. And that is incredible. I often see in a lot of other business opportunities, it's very business focused all the time, which can be quite tiring, because what I love about doTERRA is every single day that I wake up and I come to work, I am helping somebody. Whether it's a mum that son is struggling to sleep, or someone struggling with back pain, and I'm able to give them a blend to help them with that. And from that, I find that so many people become so passionate about the oils that they're finding for their own personal use, that they decide that this is something they'd love to give as well. I mean, obviously we're having a conversation here about the business opportunity as well, so people start from both ways, but I love that we are a product-based business, and I love that is a really big focus, is how many people we can help. But I guess it's not your average product-based business. You've probably seen other businesses where you host a couple of parties, you can earn a couple of dollars along the way. This business actually gives you the opportunity to completely multiply and replace your income over time. The best part of this business model is there is no pushy sales. So what I have always loved about this opportunity is, I use the oils. I love the oils. They are such a high quality product. We'll talk about this shortly, but they're such a high quality product that they truly do sell themselves in many ways, as long as you are actively sharing about them and sharing about your experiences. I've never felt in a class or a one-on-one that I've had to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do or buy anything they don't want to. I literally just find that the oils have such an impact in people's lives, and my business has grown in that way. So there are numerous ways that you can share the oils in your business. I personally love face-to-face. One thing I will say here is it's really important to work with your strengths. So I personally love face-to-face connections. I do a lot of one-on-ones. I do a lot of classes. I also have women on my team that are absolute guns with online, and they work really well in the online space, and they do a lot of their business in the online space. I think it's really beautiful to have a great balance between the two, and to really try everything and work out what's going to be the best way for you to grow your business forward. But yeah, I love teaching workshops and one-on-ones and having that face-to-face connection. Something that's really important to me is that really the community and the connection that comes with his business. So we lead with the product. The product itself is completely unparalleled. There is nothing that even closely mirrors what we do. And the quality of the oils that we have in doTERRA is just completely unparalleled with any other company in the world today. From a business perspective, this business model is really fantastic because it's great for women and men who want to create a business that they can control the flexibility of, to some degree, I guess. It gives you full autonomy and has a foundation that's created and a structure that's created. So, you don't have to go and do all the marketing. You don't have to go and do all this. doTERRA have so many things that have been put in place to really help you succeed. doTERRA has been running since 2008. They're an incredible company. They're a debt-free company, which I think is really, really important. And if we look at the foundation of doTERRA, if we think about the business model, like in its core, when you compare that to our, the normal 9-to-5 business model, the 9-to-5 business model is completely outdated, in my opinion. I feel really blessed that I'm able to work from home and to have been able to create this from home. But, in our current model where we're looking at the 9-to-5, you've got both parents working, maybe struggling with daycare. You may even be finding that, one of the parents going to work is basically going to work to pay for the daycare fees. And I'm going to talk to mums here a lot because, the majority of women that I work with are mums. But so many mums in that space, in the 9-to-5 space, are feeling frustrated, they're stressed out, they're anxious, and some of them are even struggling financially as well. Their self-worth has taken a plummet. they're stressed, they're they're at home and they're trying to balance everything, trying to look after the kids, and they're trying to do everything, and they're feeling really stressed. I know for me, when I had my son, I felt really lost. I felt like I'd lost my passion and my purpose. I'd always been a bit of a career woman, I guess. I'd always really loved excelling in everything I do. I kind of just dive into everything. But when I had my son, I felt really lost and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I found that through doTERRA, I was able to find my passion and my purpose again. And the fact that I am able to bring so much joy into so many homes and to be able to help so many people just means so much to me. But yeah, so doTERRA has given me another option, so many women on my team, other options, and that is just such a gift. And I just think it's just incredible. The other thing that's really cool is there is no prerequisite for this business. So, you sometimes think, is this real? Because, we're so blessed to have this opportunity. And it's voluntary. You have the option to put your hand up for this. No one is forcing you to do anything. Your friends can put their hand up to do this with you. So you can literally create your own community with that. Basically, anyone over the age of 18 has the opportunity to do this business. There's no prerequisites. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have a background in sales and marketing. You don't have to have an Instagram account with millions of followers. Anyone can do it. It's all about whether you decide that you want to do it. So it wasn't long after working in this business that I sort of realized that it ticked every box for me. I think the first big realization for me was when I went to one of our first big events. And Asher was 6 months old at the time, and I had him strapped to me in a carrier, and I was standing up the back with other mums. They're very family friendly at the events. They always allow kids to come along, or nursing kids to come along. And I felt really blessed to be able to attend an event with my son. But I remember looking around the room and realizing that everyone was just a normal person, just like me. And it was at that event that I decided that I really wanted to give this my all. And it was the best decision I ever made. And I'm just, for me now, watching so many other women in my team rise into leadership positions and being able to transform their opportunities and their lifestyles through their own business journeys is just, it's 10,000 times better than me trying to do something. It's just incredible to watch that and to be a part of that. The thing I love about this business is I can't rise without helping others to rise. And I really love that we create these partnerships in what we do. But yeah, so one thing you will notice as well as we talk through and you learn more about doTERRA is that the humanitarian work runs so deeply in this company, right through the blood of the founders. It trickles down to all of us. There's flexibility. There's an opportunity for abundance. There's so much there that it ticks every single box. But basically with the humanitarian side and the way that we source, everything that we source is 100% sourced sustainably and indigenously, and the way that we're able to support these communities, especially because of the fact we are a debt-free company, the amount that we are able to give back is incredible, absolutely incredible. If you've not yet heard of our Co-Impact Sourcing or our Healing Hands Foundation, I highly recommend do a bit of a YouTube search on the doTERRA website, and you'll be able to see some of the amazing links. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but you really have to check out what we're doing globally. It's incredible. And the thing is, like, what I love is the flexibility. The freedom. I work very hard in my business, and I'm not going to lie about that. To get to the level that I have in the short space of time that I have has taken work. We don't get a company credit card or anything like that, but what I love is that the business has allowed me to earn enough to create my own lifestyle and to work my business the way that I would like. One thing that I want to point out is it's a business. So if you think about any bricks and mortar business, when you first start a bricks and mortar business, oftentimes there is a huge outlay to start, thousands and thousands of dollars, sometimes 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000, sometimes more to start a business. With doTERRA, you don't have that. And what I love about that is, yes, it takes time to have the momentum going and to build your business into a solid business, but it's there. And if you keep consistently at your business, the opportunity to create anything that you want in your life is there. Looking at the business in itself, we're actually the largest essential oil company in the world. So we've been in operation, as I said, since 2008. We have over 6 million customers globally now, which is really exciting. Between our 7 amazing founders, they have over 160 years of essential oil experience between them. And we're globally reaching into every continent in the world. So currently with customers all over the world, head offices in different locations, there is just so much room for growth as well. We have the highest customer retention rate of any company in this industry, which is really incredible. So you'll see here, we actually have a 65% retention rate. Most direct selling companies have between an 8 and 10% retention rate. So for us, if we sell to 10 people, 6 to 7 people are going to come back and order every single month. In most direct selling companies, it's 1 out of 10 will come back. So you can imagine that continually keeps going. I'm just going to quickly check what that chat is. Oh, yep, no, that's all fine. No problem. Sorry, I just had a chat come up. Where was I? So 65% retention rate, and compared to a 8 to 10% retention rate. So what I love about that is your business is able to compound and grow as long as you are consistently working towards it, and it's amazing. Okay, where are we? Sorry, I've just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so we're completely debt-free, privately owned, and that goes hand in hand with the fact that we're ability to give back so much to the world. Talking about the product itself, when you look into what doTERRA do to ensure that they have such a high quality product is just amazing. The testing that we do to ensure that we have the highest therapeutic grade essential oils in the world is incredible. We're the only essential oil company that release all the results. So you can actually go on to source2you.com and you can actually look at the barcodes that are on the bottom of the bottles and type that in, and it will bring up the testing for those particular oils. I love that is that they are so transparent. They have nothing to hide, and I think it's really important. That speaks volumes. The quality is proven. We have the ability to show you where the oils come from. We can show you the audits, the tests, prove the oils are 100% free of herbicides and pesticides and all the nasty stuff that you don't want in your own body, and of course in your children's bodies either. So on top of that, on top of the company being as strong as it is, on top of the products being the best in the world, the compensation plan is unparalleled. It is a leader in the industry. So the earning potential in this business is amazing. doTERRA markets their products through direct selling, and you may know it as network marketing or multi-level marketing. The thing is that the reason why it's so important to have a direct selling model is because if you think about it, it's about that connection and about that being able to have someone open up a bottle and have a smell of the oils and experience that. You understand how incredible the oils are just from doing that. You can't get that on an advertising campaign. The best business model that the founders knew that this would be through a direct selling model. And the reason why they chose that is so people get to experience the oils. And, I still, in every class that I do, I still get such a buzz when we're all sitting around and, someone has an experience. There was a woman that came to a class recently, and she was incredible. You could tell she had a lot of anxious feelings going on. She kind of came into the class very frazzled, I would say would be the best word for it. And when she sat down, she was really, really struggling. And I just got out one of our oils, our Peace Blend, and I actually handed that to her. And I said, look, can you just put a drop on your palms, rub your palms together and breathe in? And you literally saw her body physically relax. And it was such an incredible thing to witness in that class and to be a part of that. And yeah, and just to be able to have helped her in that scenario. But yeah, so I guess being able to see that magic face to face is pretty incredible. Yeah, so as I was talking about, the compensation plan is pretty much it's unparalleled in the industry. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the opportunities and the income potential as we go through as well. Oh yeah, so the other thing is something that's really great is the fact that we are a product-based business. And so when you purchase doTERRA oils, regardless of whether you want to do the business or not, you can gift yourself a purchase of essential oils just to use them for your health and wellness. You can try that, you can get used to that. And then, a lot of people find that they develop into the business from their own passion of loving the oils. So it's really a choose your own adventure. The thing I love most is there's definitely never any pressure. I've always been really big in my own team with always meeting people where they're at. I've never, I don't believe that pressure works, but I always meet people where they're at. I really gently help and guide and support them through, the business journey and really help people through that. So as I was saying, it is a choose your own adventure. So 6 million customers in doTERRA, 85% of those people are just loved up oil users. They purchase their oils, they bring them home, they become the healer in their own home. They reduce toxins. They put tea tree on their kids' scratches or lavender on a sunburn, peppermint to energize tired mums. Then the remaining 15%, again, it becomes a choose your own adventure. So you can share enough oils to get your oils paid for and free each month. And that goes for, not only do we do oils, we also do low tox skincare, cleaning, so many products that you would normally buy in the shopping center, and you're able to save so much money and get them for free, and not be in contact with all those toxic chemicals. But yeah, so some people will just want to share casually so that they can get all of those products for free. Some will want to do it as a part-time thing, from a couple of $100 a month through to a couple of thousand. And then you also have the option down the line, if you want to create your own full-time business like me, that is an option for you. So the reason that doTERRA is better is because it is a residual income-based business. I'll talk a little bit more about this in a little while. But it's better because it is a product-based business first. 65% of our customers purchase doTERRA at least once every 1 to 3 months, and they continue to do so. They're replacing things in their home to avoid the toxic products. They're using the oils to help them physically, emotionally, spiritually, and environmentally as well. And they're coming back again and again. So we have a 65% customer retention rate. And as I said before, the other direct selling businesses in the industry is around 8 to 10%. So this all comes back to the quality of the product. The other thing, though, is unlike other companies, doTERRA don't spend millions of dollars in advertising. Instead, it rewards their members and their wellness advocates who are working with individuals and families to help empower them to change their lives and educate so many more people with the therapeutic benefits of the essential oils. So back to the list of questions that we're going to cover tonight. So how much does it cost? It's a really good question, but it's a really big question. And it's something that I get asked a lot. So the coolest thing about doTERRA is it's hands down the lowest cost investment opportunity to create your own business. So remember we talked about the bricks and mortar businesses earlier. With a doTERRA business, you get to be the boss, you get to be your own sole proprietor. It's the smallest investment I've ever seen. So you can literally start up with as low, and I'm going to use Australian dollars here. I know there are a few on the call that are from UK and America. That's totally fine. We can give you the conversions for that. But in Australia, the startup investment can be as low as $50. So That is simply a wholesale membership and postage and handling. And so basically you get a welcome packet, and yeah, so that's the lowest. However, what I do recommend to everyone, and this is everyone, even those who are just wanting to use the oils for personal use, is to purchase with a kit. One of the kits, we'll talk about kits shortly, but one of the biggest kits, and probably 90% of my customers purchase a home essentials kit, which is $330, and that includes the top 10 oils that you have in your home, a free diffuser, and you also get free membership. But generally, they are the main oils that you would use when educating someone who is starting their journey for the first time with oils. So it's an incredible starter pack for businesses. So yeah, so you can set yourself up with oils in your home, you can support your family, you get to carry that kit with you to your classes, you teach with that, and you just share with people what it's all about and how they're helping you. So it's pretty amazing. So $330 is what I would recommend as your beginner price to get started, but it could be as low as $50 if you wanted to start slow and build up. Our lowest investment enrollment kit is $174, so that could be it too, but $330 is the one that I would recommend. You then have a monthly ongoing investment of product investment of between $125 and $150. So this is part of our loyalty rewards program. And this investment is every month, and that's it. That's literally the only requirements that you have to run a doTERRA business, and it's a small business overhead, so you can actually claim all of your loyalty rewards orders each month because they are a business expense. Now, as I said, it costs around 80 grand to start up a bricks and mortar business. It can vary from 30, 40 up to 80, sometimes more. 95 to 98% of those fail in the first 3 years, which is pretty scary statistics when we think about it. So I'm talking about literally the smallest investment possible. So your monthly small business overhead with doTERRA is $125, and I look at that as like business rent. So if I had a business up the road, I would have to pay rent, but the difference is with rent, you don't get any of that back. The beautiful thing with doTERRA is you get beautiful oils and products to use in your home. Yeah, so that's the coolest thing about that. You're not actually giving that to doTERRA, you're actually getting that back in product. So there's a couple of things I do with that every month when I spend that. So I either replace oils that I'm using in the home, like lavender to help my little one sleep, Digescend to help my hubby who gets a lot of reflux going on, or I use it to purchase products that I'm using in samples or giveaways, and things that I'm giving out to people as part of my business. There's so many different things you can do, and my first goal was to replace all the toxic products in my home. So the same product doesn't arrive every month. You can change it every month, which is really incredible, and you get complete control of that. So that's really important. So yeah, so it's literally that low. Monthly small business overhead of between $125 and $150. With the loyalty rewards, what I always say to everyone is treat that like an investment. Invest in your business, learn how to use the oils. It's just such an incredible opportunity to be able to do that. So when I can actually email this to everyone, this booklet, but this actually talks about financial freedom. So you can actually have a read of this. It talks about doTERRA's growth. So you can see here in the last 7 years, we are parallel with Apple's growth. So it's just an incredible business. And we talk here about the Source to You and our Healing Hands Foundation as well. The Healing Hands Foundation is so close to my heart. The amount of amazing projects that we have going around the world is just incredible. So I highly recommend you looking into that. The steps to success. A lot of people say, well, how do I create a business? So we keep things really simple in this business. We have a process called PIPES, and that is our process. And basically it's prepare, invite, present, enroll, support. So you're learning about the oils, that's prepare. You're learning about the oils, learning how to present the oils, learning how to share the oils with people. Then inviting, it's just about inviting people to experience the oils, presenting that with them, showing them how to use the oils, helping them to get started, and then supporting them to love and use the oils. So when we talk about the opportunity in Australia at the moment, and this is not the US, this is not Europe. Europe and the UK only opened last year, so it's huge potential as well. But doTERRA Australia are still only in 2.5% of Australian homes. 2.5%. That is incredible. There is so much potential, so many homes that we can help, and I feel so excited to know that we're just at the beginning. So there's just so much opportunity. So prepare. When we're going back to preparing is just setting goals, planning the strategies, doing a training, being mentored by either myself or your leaders. So you get to do all of those. Invite, present, enroll, and support. And a lot of people say, so how do I start? So there's a few different ways. And I did mention earlier that with this, you can go in a few different ways. So you've got, and I always say, go with your strengths. So you can start with one-on-ones. I did a lot of one-on-ones when I first started. I had a little one at home, so I couldn't necessarily go and teach a whole bucket load of classes because Asher was so small. So I did a little one-on-ones, a lot of coffee dates. I would bring my oils and we'd have a bit of a play with them and a bit of smell. You can do free or paid in-person classes. We provide all the training and support on how you can teach those classes. I'm a big believer in really supporting my team on the processes and how to do things. You can also, if you have a blog, you can incorporate oils into your blog. Social media, I share a lot on social media about how I use the oils. And so, if you're great with social media, you can use the oils and share the oils in that way. But know that there are people that don't even have social media and are very successful in doTERRA as well. So it can go both ways. As I said, always go with your strengths. You can do free or paid online classes as well. So there's just so many opportunities. And as I said, work with your strengths. I can help and support you with what's going to be the best for you. As I said, for me personally, it was that face-to-face connection that's really worked the best for me. The next thing we'll talk about is how do you get paid? Well, firstly, I'm just going to quickly go into this page. So this here talks about the different pathways. So we have 3 pathways that I was talking about earlier. You have people that will just want to pay for their product, get their oils for free. It's usually around a 3 to 5 hour investment, and it averages earnings of $300 to around $700 per month. Supplementing your income, and that's more of like a part-time, so you may be working part-time, you may be a full-time stay-at-home mum and you're just busy, but you want to have something on the side. This is something you can do with 10 to 15 hours a week, and that averages from $740, and then as you start moving up the ranks, you can get up to around $5,000 a month. And these are for the ranks elite through to gold. Or what you do find, and what I sort of see happening often, is that people will get to the point of, silver, gold, platinum, and then they'll decide they don't want to continue with their work they're doing, and they'll actually dive full-time into doTERRA like I have. And so this is more of a full-time income bracket, which is around the 15 to 30 hours per week. So that is, full-time, all in, really giving it your all. So it just depends which pathway that you're taking. And as I said, there's no pressure, and you can make it work the way that's going to work for you. Obviously, the more that you put in, the more you'll get back. But yeah, just to be aware that there's no pressure there. Okay, so there's a few different ways that you can earn. So the first is Fast Start. Fast Start is basically that's the quickest way we get paid. So that's paid directly on sales. So for example, if we're looking at someone buys a Home Essentials kit from you. So a Home Essentials kit is our most popular kit. That's the $330 kit. You will earn $47 from that. Okay, so I've got a scenario here. So say you have a class and 2 people purchase a Home Essentials kit. doTERRA is going to pay you 20% of the product value of that wholesale order. So if you sold 2 Home Essentials kits, you're going to get $47 per kit. So you've earned just under $100 for those 2 purchases. And that $100 gets paid the following Thursday. So you get paid weekly with your Fast Start. And it gives you the opportunity to create immediate income from doTERRA, which is pretty cool. So you start today, you get paid next week. So say you earn $47 from a Home Essentials kit, but then you sell a Home Essentials kit to somebody, and then they sell a home essentials kit to somebody. So you will earn 20% from the person that you sold to, but then if they sell a kit, you will earn 10% and they will earn 20%. And then if that person, the newest person, then sells one, you will earn 5%. So first level you get 20%, second level you get 10, and third level you get 5%. So to give you an idea on what that is, so the first level percentage, you'll get $47. The second level, you would get $4.70. And then the third level, which is the 5%, you get $2.35. Now, obviously, the $2.35 and the $4.70 doesn't sound like much, but as your team grows, I mean, obviously the $47 is amazing, but as your team grows and you've got more people underneath you that are sharing the oils with others and your team is growing, that really grows and multiplies. The income that I earn in my Fast Start now is what I would be earning if I was working in a part-time job. Like it literally, I could live like, you know, like I wouldn't have to go back to corporate if I was just living on my Fast Start. So it's so incredible, the opportunity, and that grows and grows obviously as your team grows, and it pays a big chunk of our family bills. So that's Fast Start. Then you've got Power of 3. These are incredible bonuses based on structure. You don't need to know too much about this at the moment, but basically the first level bonus, by helping 3 people to go on our loyalty rewards program, you get a $50 US bonus, which is about 65 Australian dollars. The second level, you get a $250 bonus, and this is monthly. You can earn this monthly. And then the third level is a $1,500 bonus. So pretty incredible. The third way that we get paid is Unilevel. So Unilevel is basically you earn a percentage of anyone who is in your organization in your 7 levels of paying. So yeah, as you can see here, that the more people that you have under you that are ordering, you're actually earning more and more. So you can see as you move through the levels, when you're looking at the colors, that Unilevel ends up being a huge chunk of our earning potential. The next one is leadership bonuses, and they come in from silver, and you start getting paid leadership bonuses as a, I guess, as a thank you for your role as a leader. And then as you go through, you can see that that grows as well. So you can see here we have different ranks. I'm not going to go too much into those right now. But as you start doing your business, you aim towards the next rank and the next paying rank in the business. So these first two, which are called Elite and Premier, they are the ranks where you pay for your product. The Silver, Gold, Platinum, that is where you supplement your income. And the Diamond, Blue Diamond, and Presidential Diamond is the levels where you're replacing and you're multiplying. So they're 6-figure and above incomes. I mean, even Platinum, though, you know, on average is around $9,000 per month. So, you know, that is a 6-figure business anyway. So now what I want to say here is when I started, the person I started with was at Blue Diamond. And I remember, because I'm Blue Diamond now, and I remember thinking at the time that just seemed completely crazy, and it felt unachievable, and felt like it was something that I just couldn't, it just didn't seem real to me. And I remember when I first started, all I wanted to do was get to gold so I didn't have to put my little one in care. And so gold on average, you can see here, gold is around $4,700 per month. And so that was my aim. That was what I had on my vision board. That was what I worked towards. And then when I got to gold, I thought, oh, what next? And then I just started working towards. So what I say to you is, don't feel overwhelmed with this section and think, oh my gosh, I could never get to Diamond, Blue, Diamond, above. Let's go step by step. You know, you just never know where it'll lead if you just keep being consistent. But I know for me, when I first started, it was really important for me to just aim for something that was right for me at the time, and that was gold. So yeah, so that's this here. So you can kind of see the averages as we go through. Yeah, so I'll email this through to everyone so everyone can have a good look of that. Just want to make sure I haven't missed anything important. Yep, talked about all of this. Okay, so a lot of people ask, how long does it take? So again, it's a choose your own adventure, and the more time that you put in, the more that you'll get out as well. So silver on average takes about 13 months. So for me, I was sharing really crazily after my son was born. And I reached silver after about 5 or 6 months after my son was born. As I said, I was very casually sharing prior to him being born, but not anything like what I was doing after. Gold takes an average of 15 months, so I reached gold just a couple of months after I reached silver, and then diamond takes 36 months, and I reached diamond 18 months after I started my business journey. Blue diamond I reached the following year after that, and I, as I said, like I have treated this like a very serious business as I've gone, so I really have put in a lot of time and effort, and it really is achievable to anyone who wants to set their mind to it, but as I said, it's a choose your own adventure. So if you want to go slower, I mean, the way I look at it is, if it took you 10 years to get to diamond and you were earning $16,000 a month at diamond after 10 years, I'm sure you wouldn't be complaining. So it's just an incredible business opportunity. And so I guess it's just about really thinking about what your goals are and what you want out of this business. And if you'd like to talk that through, I'd be more than happy to go deeper in that with you. So I'm just going to bring up sorry, I've got my pages mixed up here. That's okay. I'm going to stop this share because I've gone through everything I need to cover here, but I'm going to talk about I'm going to sorry, one sec. Technology is not being my friend. Sorry, everybody. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll come back to that in 1 second. But yeah, so we have a it's really weird. So one of the things that I said earlier was I was really passionate about making sure that people felt really supported on their business journey, especially through all of the, I guess, the different parts of the journey. We have so much support and resources available to you to really help you dive in. One of the biggest things I say when you first get started is to really look at, what do you want out of this business? And, when you look at it, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, do only people at the top make money? And it's not that at all. The beautiful thing is the only way that I can grow in my business is by helping other people to grow. And the beautiful thing is that anyone who is under me, if they went really hard in their business, they could actually overtake where I am. There's no sort of cutoff. doTERRA, it's a completely abundant business in that sense. So a lot of you might be asking, okay, so how do I do that? How do I get started? And I'm going to, again, use those words. It's a choose your own adventure. So maybe you want to do this, but you're working full time. So you might think, okay, so I'm going to put in a couple of hours a week, and I'm going to be really consistent with working on that a couple of hours a week. So, you might have 1 class a month, 2 classes a month, 3 classes a month, whatever suits in your lifestyle at the time. So you could say earn between 100 and 500 a month, and you'll be getting your oils for free, which is going to be great. But maybe you might find that your hours at work start decreasing and you want to start putting more in, and then you start increasing that, and then you get to that part-time where you're at the point where you're starting to earn, around the couple of thousand per month, and you're able to pull back from your other things. So what I typically see is people around solid silver, gold, and platinum, they decide they want to go a little bit faster into their doTERRA business as a full-time thing. But know that opportunities don't just stop there. So you get the opportunity to travel if you want to travel, and you get the flexibility with your time. Now, I hear a lot of people throw around the words, financial freedom, or like financial flexibility and all of this sort of stuff. And for me, financial freedom was being able to make my own decisions with how I spent my day. Yes, I worked hard in my business, but what I loved was I didn't have someone telling me when I could take my time off work and telling me that I had to do X, Y, Z, or put my kid in care or anything like that. I just loved, for me, flexibility. That's what was important to me, was being able to have that choice. And so that's what I love. It's the choice that you get in this business. So I guess I want you to ask yourself, what does financial abundance mean to you? What does having a career that you could create in this way mean to you? What could that change? Time freedom. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, time freedom. A lot of people talk about time freedom, and time freedom for me is not sitting on a beach drinking cocktails every day. It's literally having that freedom and that flexibility to choose how I spend my days. And those of you who know me, you know that I love what I do. So I'm always doing something with my business. So, but I love that, and and it just really lights me up. So that's something that's really important to me. And as I said, finding that passion, that purpose when I felt so lost was something that was really important to me. But yeah, so you're not just going to be changing people's lives by sharing a bottle of Easier. You actually have the opportunity to help other people who are struggling, and that is the best part of this business. And I just love the community that we've created. We call ourselves the Healthy Happy Life Tribe, and we're just an amazing bunch of women who get together and all have lots of fun every time. It's always a good laugh. We do really regular webinars. We have so much support and resources, and so it's just about having those opportunities. So you're going to make new best friends that you didn't even know about. You're going to, Bartney says she loves the Healthy Happy Life Tribe. Yeah, definitely. So, it's, you're going to make friends, and you're going to have a community that you didn't even know that was available. For me, I actually am an introvert. So, my friends that I have outside of doTERRA, they would have to drag me out of the house to to go and socialize. But what I've loved is I have just made some of the most beautiful friendship connections that I never ever. Barney says she saw me dancing. Hey, and I was sober. I got my dance floor moves out at our recent celebration night, so that was good fun. So what I love is that as you move up the ranks, as well as doTERRA celebrate you, and you get these amazing opportunities to connect with your team at different conventions and really celebrate together. This is an opportunity for you to work on something that means so much, partner with a company that means so much, and it frees up so much space for you as well, so that you can actually work on passion projects and things that really light you up as well. One of the other things I love too is there's not like a cookie cutter perfect person to do doTERRA. Everyone can do this if they put their mind to it. At one of the recent conventions, you see people walking across the stage, they've got their bubs strapped to them. You've got women of all ages, men, you've got every walk of life you could think of walking across the stage being celebrated. And I just think that is just incredible, that this gives us an opportunity that doesn't fit us into a box and tell us that we can or can't do something. The only thing that stops us from succeeding in this business oftentimes can be ourselves and our own blocks and triggers that come up. So, if you're willing to work on yourself and willing to continue to move forward, you can take this business as far as you like. So, so I just wanted to say, it's so easy to get started, to put your hand up, and you've just got to go all in and just say, yep. So one of the things too is the other thing is you have the opportunity. Now, I've never seen this happen, but if you're also teetering on the edge and you want to order your oils, you actually have the opportunity to send your oils back. I've never seen anyone hand their oils back, but we do have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you want to try the oils, you're not too sure, and you just think, oh, okay, I'm just going to see how I go, you can actually do that, but it won't, you'll fall in love. So whether you decide it's for you or not, you can still use them for personal use. You can become the healthiest version of you that you have ever been. there's no force with this business. You can literally, it's all up to you with how you take that and what pathway you take. So there's no separate ordering process for being a customer or being a wellness advocate. You just need to enroll, and then you can go from there. So yeah, so now what actually, now how can you do that? Like probably a few of you are asking, how do I get started? So all you need to do is say you're ready. So if it was me that invited you to this event, connect with me after the event and I can send you my instructions to enroll. If it was someone that actually invited you to this event from our Healthy Happy Life Tribe, please go back to them and talk to them. If you are already a member of the Healthy Happy Life Tribe and you are just wanting some more information, please reach out, don't be shy. I would love to plug you into some of our resources that we have. But basically, we have a 5-week mentoring program that has step-by-step on how to do this business. You'll be personally mentored by myself and by your enroller, and we'll be able to guide you through any blocks and things that do pop up, any things that you find difficult as you start your business. We're able to walk you through that. You'll also have access to our team calls, to our resources. We have everything put together for you so that you can literally just get started straight away. We do member-only trainings and webinars. We have you'll actually get a free website so people can order from you really easily, which is really great. We actually will be doing next week. Actually, we'll be doing a launch call. We're going to be starting these monthly, but it's a how to launch your business launch call. And so that if you are sitting on the fence and you're thinking, you know what, this is something I really want to look at, highly recommend jumping on, and that way you can be plugged into our launch call, which starts next week, and get started straight away. I guess this brings us to how do you actually get started and what the options are. So I'm going to actually share my screen with you. So now you should be able to see this here, but basically this talks about the extras that you get as part of the Healthy Happy Life Tribe. So just as a customer, so you get a welcome booklet. The welcome booklet is fantastic. It takes you through how to use the oils, how to make roller bottles, use your diffuser, all the basics that you need to know when you get started. You get 25% off all products and purchases as part of your membership. You then get the opportunity to be part of our free oils program, our loyalty rewards program. Now, this is also the program that qualifies you to earn commissions. But the beautiful thing is that you actually start to get a whole host of free points through your regular purchases. And that can go from everything from oils to skincare to hair care to your home cleaning products. You get points back, so you actually save a huge amount on your normal bills. There are so many benefits of joining as well. You also get access to member-only promotions. You get access to when your oils arrive, you'll actually get a one-on-one wellness consult as well. We take you through how to use your oils. We assist you in getting the most value out of your account as well. You get a 6-month beginners email series. You also get a free gift from us, which is a Droply app. And that is basically an essential oil app which has recipes. You can type in all the ailments. It'll bring up whatever's going on for you. So you don't need to know everything. You're going to have everything there for you. You also get access to our members portal, which has recipes, diffuser blends, basically everything you need to learn how to use the oils. Some simple do's and don'ts, everything's there. So that's the support you get as a customer. Of course, because you're interested in the business, you do get a little bit of extra with the mentoring program, the private mentoring, and all of that extra support to help you succeed in this business as well. But know that we are just so passionate about helping you to get the most out of your business and out of your oils, and to help your family and to spread that around. I'll just bring, this is another little booklet that's on my website. You're welcome to download this. This talks about how to get started with the kits. So There's a couple of different options, and I did talk about the options a little bit earlier. So the 330 kit that I was talking about was the Home Essentials kit. So that's your top 10 oils and your diffuser. That's the one that I recommend as a definite start. As I said, you can do a $35 membership and make a custom order, but this is the biggest cost saver, and it's great to have those oils in hand when you start your business. The other option, which I call the Bee's Knees kit, is our Nature's Solutions kit. That has the top 10 oils plus a whole range of other oils. You've got a hormone blend, you've got a headache blend, you've got a wooden box, toothpaste, you get Correct-X ointment, which is a healing gel. It's basically everything you could think of in that little kit, and that's a beautiful kit as well. So that one's $635. So it just depends on what price point you're wanting to get started with. And so there's some more information about that. But again, reach out to myself or reach out to the person who invited you to this event, and we can really guide you through what's going to be the best for you and your needs as well. But I guess to finish off tonight's call, I want you to ask yourself, do you want to empower and educate others with simple tips to improve their health and wellness? Because at the core, this business is all about helping people, and the more people that you can help, the more success your business is going to have. Do you want to provide easily accessible solutions for other families? Do you want to help and serve others? Do you want to make a positive impact in the world? Do you want to fall in love with your job instead of hating the 9-to-5 grind? I know that was me. I didn't want to go back to the 9-to-5 after I'd had my son. Do you want to control your work schedule so you can have more time with your family? Do you want to work from the comfort of your own home? Do you want to have the ability to be able to travel and to run your business as your own? Do you want to be able to connect with people and be part of a supportive community and design a life you love? Do you want to make the rules and be your own boss and align yourself with a company that focus on making the world better? And I guess my last question is, do you want to find your tribe and a group of people that just get you and accept you, and you're able to fly and do your business your way? So this business model fits into any lifestyle because you make the rules and you set the pace. So whether you're a stay-at-home mum looking for a side business, or you want to work full-time and you're looking for a change, this is a perfect opportunity for transition. You can grow it as slowly or as quickly as you like. So I really hope that you've gotten a lot out of today's call. I'll open up for questions now. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the chat box, and I can definitely answer those for you. Vartney says, we all strive for a life of purpose, to make a difference in the world, to contribute to something greater than ourselves. doTERRA has allowed me to tap into this purpose. 100%. And I love that I'm on this journey with you, Vartney. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to pop those. I'll actually turn the recording off so that we can talk freely. Let me just stop this share. Oops.